game. We're back with Drukhari fighting Tyranids and just kind of getting into determining attacker defender here. Before we do that, we are playing the data acquisition mission from Beyond the Veil. This mission has us getting an action to do on each objective. You complete it on each of the 4 objectives. You score 30 points. Each time you complete it is worth 10. And you can only do it once per turn. As well, each turn, if you are controlling one objective, you score 10 points, and control scores you 10. Crimson, do you want to run us through the Tyranid Patrol that's showing up today?
Certainly. So, I basically just took my list from the last game and cut it in half, and by cut it in half, I mean I took out the Hive Guard that cost 600 points. So, I'm just running the Nerathrop as my Warlord. It has the Smite and Symbio Storm Psychic powers because I'm running Kronos as my whatever the Tyranid equivalent of Seps are. I don't remember it at the moment. It has the Resonance Bard Relic, which gives it an extra cast and deny and gives it +1 to cast. And I traded the Warlord trait for an extra adaptation on the Exocrine. I have a unit of Hormagaunts that are just there to hang out and do actions, a unit of Warriors that are Hormagaunts but a bit stronger, and then the Exocrine, which was the hero of the last battle, running the Dermic Symbiosis Adaptive Physiology, which allows him to ignore AP 1 and 2 and gives him a 5-up vulnerable save. The Warriors have Enhanced Resistance, if I recall correctly. Oh, I apologize. So the Enhanced Resistance on the Warriors is what allows me to ignore AP 1 and 2. The Exocrine's Dermic Symbiosis gives it a 5-up vulnerable save and double the number of wounds on its damage table.
Okay.
One day I'll get those straight. My agenda today is Lord of the Warp. I ran it in the last game as well. I basically just keep a tally every time the Nerathrop does anything psychic related. If they perils, the tally goes to 0 and gain a bunch of experience points if they have a positive tally.
Awesome. Right. And matching them is a patrol of Witch Cult. We have a Venom carrying 5 witches. Nothing too exciting there. One has a Shardnet and Impaler. Hecatrix has a Phantasm Grenade and Blast Pistol. And a Power Sword. And then 3 witches with the standard loadout. We have 3 Reavers. I'm not sure why it's showing all of them having blasters, because they certainly do not. That looks a little bit better there. Where Arena Champion should have a Power Sword. 1 Reaver should have a blaster. Is standard. The Arena Champion also has Cluster Caltrops. And then Succubus with the Hydra Gauntlets, Blood Dancer, and the Vile Bouquet, which allows her to roll for a random combat drug at the start of... Hopefully this is better. Allows the Succubus to roll for a random combat drug at the start of each turn. And the final unit is a unit of 20 witches, 2 of which have Shardnets and Impalers. And the Hecatrix is outfitted exactly the same as the previous one. Thanks for the heads up. I did not remember to set up my tokens in time, but the Succubus will take the combat drug that gives her +1 strength. The unit of 5 will take the combat drug of, to remember what they are now. Sorry, she's going to take +1 to her attacks characteristic. The big unit will take +1 to their strength. The little unit is going to take +1 to, or +2 to their movements. And the Reavers will take +1 toughness, as that seems to be pretty effective with them. And I'll rename those tokens as we're deploying. The Drukhari have taken the Agenda Ambush, which is also from Beyond the Veil. And the Tyranids have Lord of the Warp. Why don't you run us through what Lord of the Warp is?
Sure. So, once again, whenever I cast a psychic power, deny the witch, or do a psychic action, I think, I get a tally. If I ever perils, that tally is dropped to 0. And then at the end of the game, my psyker that has the most tallies gets 2 experience points. I only have the 1 psyker, so it's just a nice way to level up the Neurothrope. Fairly straightforward.
Okay. And Ambush says that I need to keep a ambush tally for each reinforcement and strategic reserve for my army. Add 1 to their ambush tally time it destroys a unit, adding 1 if it destroys an enemy unit during an additional 1 if it destroys an enemy unit during a turn in which it was set up as reinforcements. For if they get 2 or more tally marks from ambush, then they gain 1 experience, and if they ever or if they have the highest, then they will gain an additional 1. And with that, we can roll for attacker defender. Well, despite it kind of looking like a Drukhari outpost, I think that we always want to be on the attack. And so that is what we're going to pick. Maybe it was a trap that we lured you into.
Maybe. Alright. So as per Crusade rules, Defender deploys first, so I'm just going to get started on dropping that down. Are we missing any steps before we do that?
Do not believe so for this mission.
Just deployment zones, it looks like.
We are playing Beyond the Veil, which has an additional resource that is gained whenever you win a match. And that's just intelligence points or information points, I believe. Investigation points is what they're called. And they can be spent similarly to requisition. But can also do some other things.
Does this mission specify who picks deployment zones?
Well, the red one, let me just take a look at the mission. Usually the color coding is actually based on it. No, I'm entirely wrong. I thought they were attacker defender, but they are just A and B.
Yeah.
I believe it's usually the defender that picks their deployment zone.
It is, unless the mission specifies otherwise, and I don't have this book, so I just wanted to make sure.
Defender selects.
Alrighty. So I'll just go to the side that is the same color as my character. Make it easy. They should be fairly equal. Or at least I tried to make them as equal as possible, so it doesn't really give an advantage either way. And I do have to put down the first drop, so I'm going to start setting up. And I'm thinking...
Alright, before we get there, I'm going to spend a CP to deep strike the 20 witches.
Okay.
I believe the stratagem is called Webway Portal. Could be crazy. Webway Portal it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So 1 CP to deep strike a unit. Oh, actually, how many Crusade points do you start with?
I have 3.
Okay, so I would start in a combat patrol game with 4 CP, but that'll put me down to 3. So they're going to go in deep strike. The other ones are going in the transport. The other 5 there. And so we'll just start by putting down the bikes, actually. Hey, good morning.
I think Defender gets first drop here, but you're good to set them up. I'm just like organizing where I want my guys to go.
Let's double check that, please. Yes, Defender does get first drop. Well, in that case, are you just getting up, or are you already at work there, Bird?
Oh, there's a thing there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I've just got my first unit of Hormigons down there.
Nice. There, over there.
Good morning, Bird.
Okay, the Reavers are down.
Nearest rope down.
All right, we will put this clown car here. Right there.
Okay. Warriors are down.
All right, well, the succubus is the last drop for us.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go over here because he can't fit. All right, and Exocrine.
It's scary that you can have that thing in this.
Yeah, he's 9 power level, so he makes up a good chunk of the army there, but provides some much needed shooting coverage.
Absolutely. All right. So I'm actually not sure if the match play changes that came out today apply at all to how the Crusade missions are played. But would you like to play it as whoever wins the roll goes first, regardless?
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of relieving indecision panic, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Ah, shit. Okay.
It's all you.
Alrighty. So I don't have anything in my command phase. We're just going to start moving. I do need to confirm a couple of stratagems.
Oh yes, that's... I thought I had changed that relic, but I guess not. Let's hit blue players first, start game.
Okay.
How's the rest of the sound and everything coming through? Seems like every time I get ready to fire this up, I have a new problem to sort out. So I'm just hoping it didn't mess with things too much. Is music okay? Can we hear Crimson okay?
Alright, part of my Tyranid warriors move 6 inches. I am going to advance them.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks, Grengar. Appreciate the sound check. You managed to work up any hobby motivation today?
Oh, I'm measuring from center, that's why it's weird. There we go, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
We're going to spend a CP for Metabolic Overdrive.
Okay,
Which,
what does that
after
do?
So after moving a Tyranid unit, I get to make a second move, including an advance if I wish. However, I can't advance twice, so they just get a regular move here. And if I do move them, I have to roll a dice for each model, and on a roll of 1, they take a roll of wound.
Wow. Sounds dangerous.
Indeed. Oops. Go. That's too fast. Go. You gotta step back a bit. We're also going to advance the Hormagaunts, hopefully faster than an inch. 4 inches will do.
I mean, I'm alright if they want to just hang back.
Yeah, I believe that.
I'm excited to try out this this big unit of witches here. With this this cult of strife they're putting out somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 attacks. So I think it's exactly 80.
And then, lastly, the Nerathrop.
Yeah, I mean, they're only strength 4, whatnot, with 1 AB, but it's still a lot of dice.
Okay, just gonna open the notebook here. Okay, so at the end of my movement phase, I'm going to use my Hormagaunts to complete the retrieve the data action. And then we'll move to Psychic. I'm going to cast Symbiostorm.
That's interesting. I'm glad I copied it this time. So I guess when we start the game, that the note on the side there disappears.
Oh.
But this time
I was wondering where it went.
Smart and copied it.
Okay. Symbiostorm will go off on a 10. We're going to select the Exocrine, as it's the only valid target.
Okay.
And I'll just gotta make sure that it's within range. Oh no, it needs to be within 12 inches. Where am I off? 6. You definitely had to rotate to get over there. So you know what? It's gonna go off, but it's gonna fail to target anything because the X-Screen is just a bit too far away.
Your warriors shoot better this turn.
They sure do with their knives.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. Life goes on. I'm not close enough for any smites or anything like that, so that's the end of Psychic. We'll move into Shooting. I'll spend another CP for the Exocrine to pretend it didn't move. And it's going to shoot at your bikes. Or your Reavers, I guess.
Yep.
So they are T5, so I've got 6 shots at... so remember my stats here. You can do it, Crimson. Weapon skill 4, +1 to hit, rerolling 1s, because they're treated as not moving, wounding on 3s. And I get to double shoot.
Weapon skill 4 or ballistic skill?
Ballistic skill 4, but I get +1 to hit.
Gotcha.
Do you have any stratagems here as I target them?
How many shots are you putting at them? It's 6 shots twice?
Yes.
For 2 damage each?
Let me just confirm. AP3 for 2 damage each, yep.
That's strength.
7.
Yeah, you know what? Let's lightning fast them. Why not?
Okay. So I'm hitting on 4s flat.
Yeah, it's -1.
Alrighty.
Wow.
So I do reroll 1s thanks to my Chronos ability. We only have 5 hits there. And then these are wounding on 3s for 5 wounds.
AP what?
AP 3.
I forgot how nice the dice treat you.
It's only on turn 1. After that, it falls apart.
That's pretty fair.
Yep.
AP3?
Yep. It's the... We'll call it the collective trauma of learning how to play 40k with Tau.
Carrying on. Oh, sorry, they're 2 damage each?
Yes.
My apologies. I have a feel no pain. Okay, so the first one actually survives a shot. And then proceeds to die. And then the second one dies. And the third one.
Damn.
Okay. I think I might have one more.
I think you do.
Soaked 1, soaked 2. Yeah, and one more. Alright. Well. Hey. Guy's alive with 1 wound. Does your exocrine ignore line of sight?
No, and I'm just trying to draw, and it looks like... Well, I'll get you to take a second look here, but drawing from the back of his base...
Yeah, I
the
mean,
trainer.
it looks like you can see him fine.
Alright, so we will shoot again. See how lucky we are this time. Only 4 hits.
Only 10 hits so far.
And 4 wounds.
Roll 8 6s? Probably not. Only
Okay.
10 hits on a 4-up.
Only 10.
He says.
I then move into the charge phase. I declare no charges. There is no fighting. I have no morale, nor do you. And so it is the end of my turn. And when do we score for this mission? Is it the end of the turn?
End of command phase. Well, sorry. That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
Because the action completes at the end of turn, and...
Yeah, at the end of each player's turn.
Okay. So that's just 10 points for me, and that's my turn.
I'm kind of getting this thing where I'm trying to get like ground level and I go through the table, which is a little bit not what we're looking for here.
No.
Okay. You know what? My turn's probably not going to be super exciting here. We're going to move up the Venom, and we're going to move up the Succubus. And we're going to bide our time until the other witch unit comes in. You have to click the turn button over there.
Oh.
Because it'll automatically track up.
Apologies for that.
No worries. What I am going to do, though... is in similar fashion, shooting around that building there. We're gonna put some splinter cannon shots into your guns.
Okay.
So Venom's gonna be hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. There's 3 wounds, no AP. It is a pretty good map. It's just
That
got
looks
a
like
weird
two dead
effect when
cons.
I go too close to the table there.
Can't pull out of coherency, so we're gonna have to take this one, I guess. Okay.
Oh, well, here's something you can tell me. Does the gun on the Venom count for your line of sight?
What do you mean?
Well, from the gun, your exocrine can see the Venom, so just wondering if I need to use a stratagem here or not.
Oh, like, can I see it if, like, from that part of the model?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Can't remember if weapons count. I think it's any part of the model in this edition.
Nothing a quick Google search can't fix.
You know what? Let's not even worry about it. I'm just going to play it the way that I think it probably, unfortunately, is. Spend a CP to fire and fade, and that lets me move a model 7 inches after shooting.
Sounds good.
Just trying to nudge it into the terrain a bit more here. Okay. That was my exciting turn.
So exciting. Okay. At the start of my turn, I control one objective, and it looks like also more.
Yes.
So that's 20 more victory points.
The actual, like, so it's at the end of each player's turn, the player whose turn it is scores 10 VP for each of the following conditions they satisfy. Control one or more objectives, control more objectives, and do the data action.
This is such an 8th edition mission.
It does kind of feel like that, yeah.
So in that case, obviously you don't score on the first turn.
It doesn't have any qualifier for that.
Oh. Should I be at 30 then anyways from turn 1? That seems weird to me.
Yeah. That does kind of seem weird. I think, like, we probably play it like that.
What's the name of the mission? I'll see if I can find it.
Well, it's Beyond the Veil, so unless you have that book.
Yeah, I was wondering
Control
if
number
exists.
5 data acquisition. It doesn't say that, so yes, I guess you get a free 10 points for going first.
That's silly. Okay, well, I'll pump them up, and then during your turn, I'll just confirm it, and if I'm wrong, I'll change it back. Okay, so Grand Phase did the thing. Movement. Fire and fading to run away. Got a bunch of stuff in Deep Strike, so I just gotta be cognizant of that.
I sent a picture of the mission.
Thank you. This may not be an exciting turn either. So I will move the exocrine again. I believe, oops, it goes 5 inches, 6 inches, so I get one more out of that. Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, what a strange mission. Because, like, all the other ones do call out that it can't be scored in the first turn if that's what they're looking for.
It's really strange.
Good job. 10 points
Thanks.
for rolling higher.
Woo! I mean, I know that like inherently a lot of the Crusade missions aren't like they're intentionally misbalanced
Yes,
because
that's
it
correct.
creates a narrative flair, right? So, like, it doesn't surprise me that that's how it's written.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just kind of a strange thing.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys move 6. So we'll just get them over to that objective. Perfect. Oops. Okay, so 3 inches there. Yep, that's good. Close enough there. Nope. Let's move you back a bit. Okay. I have to hold down so many keys to like do the ruler, but also keep the model like flat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of hotkeys.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they had the Roll20 thing where you can like set waypoints for units and they would just follow that.
That would be super helpful. There we go. Alright, everybody is within 2 inches. Everybody else. Good job, guys. That does leave this like big gap here, I think. Here's 9. And, oh no, that's covered over there, so that's good. Okay. And then we just got to get the Nerathrop to safety. How do we do that? Okay, and then should just be able to sneak right up. Physics, please. Well, you know it can fit in that hole there. The terrain just doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna maybe can't get over that piece though. The Hormigaunt's just a bit too close. So he's just gonna hang out. Oh,
I mean,
there,
I'm sure that you could have them walk over top of it and then just like. I think the rules now say that if the terrain is an inch or less, it doesn't actually cost you extra movement to
that's
go
good.
over it.
Okay.
And we can just assume that that's a climbable bit.
For sure. Alright, and then we'll do some movement tricks again here, and metabolic... Oh, nope. Timing's wrong there. I needed to do it after I move the Hormigants to be able to move them back, but I can't do that, so I'm just going to have to be creative, I think. Maybe I'll do it on the Nerathrop, actually, and he can just be weird. Let's do that. I'm going to practice some moving here, I think. Yeah, okay. So then these guys cover there, the big honking gap over here. I'll just put it back here a little bit, and is that with 3? Yep. Okay, that's good. So my Tyranid warriors will perform the action on this objective.
Okay.
And then we'll move to Psychic. Too far away to smite, that's okay. We'll do Symbio Storm again.
Smite also relies on line of sight, which
That
I
is
guess
true,
in
yeah.
theory you have, but
A 9 will do it there. Yeah, I definitely... Oh no, I don't think I have it. That building blocks you for sure.
the stupid little poles on the back of the Venom are visible to your neural throat, but
Oh, I see. Yeah, and if we're measuring from the gun of my exocrine, then we can definitely measure from the poles of your car.
which is annoying because I did not realize that they were there. Would have hidden it better.
That's fine. So we'll give the exocrine 6s explode.
Yeah.
I don't think I have line of sight with your fire and fade, like your intention was to be hidden there.
Yeah, and if I'd rotated it the other way, which I certainly could have done, you for sure couldn't see anything.
Yeah, it's up to you if I can see. I'm happy either way.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The intention was to not be, but I didn't even notice that the pole stuck up that far. So
okay.
I'll leave it up to you that you get to decide that.
Alright, well, you know what? I'm only shooting once, and I don't get any bonuses except reroll ones and exploding 6s.
Okay, so antennas and the little bits are visible.
Yeah, why not? Okay, so we move to shooting, and we're just gonna launch off slightly weaker hailstorms. We're looking for 6 coin flips here.
You're also at -1 anyways.
Oh yes, that's
Venoms
true.
are
'Cause these
naturally
guys are
-1.
sweet. So hitting on 5s, so we've got 2 hits there. I do reroll 1s. No, I don't because he moved, so ignore that. And then the Venom's toughness is the same as the Raiders, a little bit better. 5. Yeah. Okay. So 3s again. Just 1 wound, -3 for 2 damage.
Okay. Takes 2.
Alright, does he have a feel no pain?
No.
Okie dokie. That's shooting and no charging, so I'll complete the action again and then score for holding 1 and more, I think.
Did you do the action last turn with something?
Yes, so the first turn was with the Hormagaunts onto the objective
You-
closest to myself.
Okay, you advanced with them though. So you could not do the objective.
Oh, that's
The
correct.
action.
Okay. Alright, thanks for keeping me honest there. We'll just drop that down.
Just good to know.
Yeah, alright. Well, the Warriors will have done their action here, having not advanced.
Okay. Well, now's the turn to hit you hard as I can. So nothing's going on in my command phase. Movement. The witches and the transporter gonna get out.
Okay.
They have the +2 to their move, and they get out 3, so effectively they get to leave the transport and move up to 13 inches.
That's crazy.
But they have to be fully within that, so I'm just gonna kind of put them where I think I want them, and then we'll confirm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at that picture you sent me, it makes sense. They're scored at the end there. So I should be up 20 more points there. Well, guys, I'm doing 30 points better than I did last game. So this is already a win. Even when I am inevitably ripped apart.
I mean, that's
I like that
always
you're-
the hope.
I like that your Venom did a little flip there as it was flying around, showing off.
Yeah. The models behave pretty strangely sometimes. Oh, I have to roll for her combat drug this turn. Got a 3, which gives her +2 to her move. Well, that's good to know. So we'll just keep her back just slightly.
Do you have 2 different units of 10 witches, or is it 1 unit of 20?
1 unit of 20.
What power level are you running at?
25.
Okay.
As that was what we set up, right?
Yep, that was. I was just making sure that I didn't like overcompensate or undercompensate somewhere.
Oh, witches are hardly the most impressive unit in terms of their capabilities here. We'll probably what we'll probably see here is I'll reroll the charge. They'll fail. You'll charge into them and shoot them. They'll all disappear. As that is often the fate of them. But they do have that 4-up invuln save, so could be real good. Yeah, witches are at their base unit for 5 is just 3 power level, so that one is 12 there.
That makes sense.
Okay. Well, that is movement. I do not have psychic powers. The couple of witches that can see... Actually...
No bonuses except a bunch of bonuses. Yeah, that's literally usually how it works out.
The Venom's just gonna put all of its shots into your warriors.
Sounds fun.
It has 2 splinter cannons for rapid fire 3 each, so it's 12 shots at 11.5 inches.
Okie dokie.
It's hitting on 3s and wounding you on 4s. There's 4 there with no AP. That's an exactly average set of dice right there.
Okay. My save is 4 up, so I take 2. They're a damage piece or 2?
They're just 1 each.
1 each. Okay. It also occurred to me that I forgot to do the mortal wounds for my stratagem there. So I'm just gonna roll that out real quick before I roll out the damage. I take 2 damage from that attack though.
Yep.
So on 1s I suffer a mortal wound. So we're good there.
Okay.
And I also did that on my Neurothrope there. So we're just gonna roll again. And he's also good. Alright, 2 damage. We'll just pop him off this guy. Oh.
Need to check what the range on a Phantasm grenade launcher is. Hey, Walker. How's it going? Glad you could join us. All right. Well, I'm not going to shoot anything else for fear of ruining my my charge here, and for the lack of damage that we're going to do. Yeah, I can't wait until we can play games in person again. That'll be the next step of this, is figuring out how we can stream some actual tabletop stuff. I guess that'll mean actually having to get in and paint some armies, though. These witches here are going to charge first, and they charge your gaunts.
Okay.
Drukhari, starting on turn 2, reroll their advance and charge rolls. Yeah, no kidding. The way this this year has gone so far, seems like we're just gearing up for a second apocalypse, or the actual apocalypse. So, I mean, with their 8, they go somewhere about there. I'm just going to put them down and then reposition a little bit better.
Okay, no worries there.
Oops. Yeah, maybe that'll be it. Everyone owns a personal hazmat suit. Alright, well, the other witches, like, that wasn't too bad, but the other witches need to make a better charge than that. They're going to charge into the warriors. Yeah, no kidding.
My warriors wave their sides in the air. There you go.
They did it! How
Nice.
exciting. How exciting.
I am prepared to engage you in glorious combat.
I don't know if you are.
Probably not.
Yeah, so we've been doing, started in early December and doing a few streams of Crusade games. Figured this was a good way to get some practice doing some streaming and play games when we're not otherwise allowed to. I think, like, in total, this is game 6 or 7. And we've got Crimson here and Bird, who have all kind of had some participation in playing. Didn't really seem like anyone else was doing, like, Crusade stuff either, so seemed like a good way to dive in a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Looking at that new double box that's coming out sometime, and realizing I'm probably going to end up with some Dark Eldar again. So that sort of made me think about this army, and then today they just got a crazy amount of buffs. She was supposed to still be back here because she is a succubus and not a witch.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true, but I suspect, given it's Drukhari and sisters, he's probably gonna want both as well. Do I want to charge with anybody else? No, I don't. Okay. How many CP do I have? About 2. How many attacks do these gaunts have?
The gaunts have 2 attacks a model, plus
2
the scything
attacks each.
talons, so 3 attacks each.
Okay.
So you're looking at 24 attacks from that unit before casualties.
And your warriors.
They have the double scything talons, so they have 5 attacks in model.
They have 5. It says if
Yep.
they have more than one pair, they can make one additional attack.
Oh, yep, you're right. Must have brain farted there. So they're 4 each, and then they reroll hits of 1.
Well, I'm gonna put them into the warriors first. This is like they just put out way more attacks, so yeah, I do agree. It's been hard to be really motivated for much, but this is a good way. This has been a good way to kind of keep us in it just a little bit. My painting progress has almost entirely died down over the last couple of months. This is just going to take a minute while I try and jam every last ounce of witch into this combat. The goal is to have at least one straggler that's able to to get the benefit from the succubus there. I actually painted my first 2 models since the beginning of December last night. Trying out an entirely different sort of scheme. And it was kind of nice. I'm looking forward to the new Death Guard stuff. It's looking really cool. Okay. Oh, I didn't move these ones here. All right. So there are 3 witches that can't attack. 3 witches that can't attack, and every model in this army or in this unit is going to have 4 attacks. I just need to check if there's any fancy stratagems. Again, I feel like the witch cult is pretty lacking in actual utility.
Well, I mean, 68 attacks is nothing to turn your nose at.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'll get your dice ready for you. Any particular color?
Yeah, there's different weapons in the unit. I need 4, 8, and then 46. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Your warriors are tough 4?
Yep.
Do you have any stratagems that protect?
So they ignore AP1 and 2 at the moment.
Okay. With a 4-up armor save?
Yeah, I'm gonna look through and see if I have any stratagems to make this better. But most of the stratagems are just like to make me better in combat, not necessarily tougher.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try it.
Just gonna
So
double check the book.
yeah, you know, moving a lot of models. I've got like even the Sisters Army is just so many sometimes. It definitely does. I think right before the lockdown again, I was playing the Necrons pretty hard because of the new book and all that, and running lists that were, 60 plus warriors plus other stuff in there, and it was a lot of work. I'm kind of excited to give Death Guard a go once they get their book, and maybe just have an army that's like 20 Terminators and some troops and a couple of tanks or whatever. Although I guess 20 Terminators at like 40 points each is still like 800 something, 800 points, and then whatever change they are. Alternatively, Drukhari bikes are apparently now 10 points a model, so running 27 of them seems like it might be good.
Here's a fun one. So I'm gonna give up the ability to interrupt here.
Okay.
This is called Caustic Blood. So at the start of the fight phase, switch, if you don't mind, I'd like to. Select a Tyranid unit from your army, roll a dice whenever a model in that unit is destroyed. For each roll of 6, the enemy unit that inflicted the final wound suffers a mortal wound after all their attacks are resolved. So
Awesome.
I get like maximum 6 dice out of it, if I'm reading this right.
Yeah. But that still might be interesting.
Yeah.
It's at least letting them do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely worthwhile if I've got like 40 Hormagons just ripped apart by Space Marines, but
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And how many CP is that one?
Just one. So creates for. Yeah. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Not worth it. Super fun though.
But yeah, I'm gonna use the Hyperstim Backlash, and so I get to double my bonus for combat drugs. But then at the end of the battle round, I roll a dice for every model left in the unit, and on a 1, the unit takes a mortal wound.
Sweet.
So we might lose a lot of witches here.
This is just gonna be a super gory mess over here.
Yes, I hope so. Okay. This is a lot of dice. This is why we play Witch Cult. The Succubus is close enough to allow them to roll, reroll their 1s. Those 2s are misses. Feels like a lot. I don't actually know if it was. And then I'm strength 5 across the board, so... actually, the Power Sword's strength 6, but it doesn't really matter. So, wounding you on 3s. You ignore AP 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yep.
Okay. So those ones are AP 3.
Okay.
The rest are all AP 1, but the green dice are 2 damage. So, let's put the Power Sword through first, since you got the hurt guy.
Alrighty. Saves it. No, actually, these go straight through, right? So.
Yeah, they're AP 3.
Yeah.
I bet you're excited for when you
sword?
can. Sorry, they are Power Sword. Yes, 1 damage.
Okay. Yeah, they go straight through, so that kills a guy and puts Drukhari on a wound.
Okay. And then the green dice will be up next. And I was gonna say, I bet you're excited for when you can run your 30 boy units. That was where all my requisition went after the last little bit, was bumping the army up to have that 20 strong unit.
These are 2 damage each, yeah?
Those ones are 2 damage each, but they don't ignore your AP or your armor. You
Okay.
can just roll them all at once, because once the first one dies, like, it only matters if you have a feel no pain, right?
Right, yeah. Oof, okay.
Ouch.
So dead model, and then dead model,
And then,
and then
one
a
with
model
the
with 1.
wound. Fun.
Okay. And then all of these guys.
How did you like the Blood Angels Codex there, Walker?
Yeah, that's
One
this one.
had. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Okay, that was not quite exactly. It was exactly +1.
Yep. Alright, so then we've got 6 dice here to try to disintegrate your witches. Come on, 6s.
That good?
Oh.
Huh?
Get out of here.
Just one?
Yeah.
Do I survive with my power from pain? I do not.
Die witch.
Yeah, it did seem a little bit more stale to me than they had been previously, which kind of surprised me given like how bizarre the Deathwatch Codex seemed to be. Okay. You know what? I'll do the roll for them now, because we're gonna forget for sure.
Okay.
So we need 19 witches left. Any ones? It's a mortal wound. Just one.
Oh, never
Oh,
punished.
yeah. All right.
Oh my god.
We have just won the lottery here.
Oh my
Two
god.
witches. 2 witches out of all that.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Oh, beautiful. That was... I could not have hoped for better. I am going to make a consolidation move here, though, so... Yeah, I've been seeing some of the, like... you just gotta move your warriors out of the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I've been seeing some conversations that people were feeling like they were one of the best armies right now because of where they're at, but... I mean, you give Marines more tools, and what do you expect, really?
I'm gonna roll my out of action test for the warriors now, just to save some time later. And they're gonna be okay.
I'm not going to get too fancy. The whole unit just is going to shuffle 3. I'll make sure everyone's... Oh, I should probably check the music. That feels like it's not my... yet. Oh, maybe this is actually okay. Weird. We'll listen to the new album. Well, see you in a bit, bird. Okay. And then these 5 witches over here, they've got the +2 movement drugs, so they're hitting at strength 3. There is 3 regular witches that are going to have 12 attacks. There is a power sword that's going to have 4 attacks. And there is a net that's going to have 4 attacks. Into the gaunts. They're hitting on 3s. And wounding on The power sword was blue, so the power sword's on 3s, the other one's on... Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that. Blue are AP 3, everything else is... Or the green are AP 1, and the others are no AP.
Alright, so there's 5 dead gaunts. There's 9 dead gaunts. That's the squad, it looks like.
Alright.
Yep.
Got the blenders into action.
Alrighty, out of action test for these guys. They're good also.
Apparently, we don't want none of your bugs around here.
Nope, sure don't. Well, that was a fun game. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Alright, well, what kind of a retaliation do you have?
Yeah.
At the end of my turn, I scored 20.
Yep. Alrighty. So I can't complete actions anymore. So that's a thing. So I've got 40. I can score 10 points and potentially knock you off of an objective. We'll see.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Got 2 CP. Alright. Okay, we got this. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
I do have a long way to go to like catch up if you're managing to score anything.
Yeah. Alright, okay, well we're gonna make this giant fat meat shield do something here. Pick up and run away.
Perfect. We like it when they think they can get away.
And then we're gonna get in his face a little bit.
If you press T, it'll lock him to the table.
Yeah. Rotate, there we go. That's only like a quarter of an inch there. Not quite sure if I can see your guy. I'd like to, but like not the end of the world if I can. So
guy?
actually what we'll do, your Venom.
I think you
he's-
can.
I think-
The front of him is sticking out behind that wall.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So
But
that's.
I don't know. From the Venom's perspective, it's a bit weird, but I would say so.
All right. You know what? We actually do need to move closer to this objective though to score any points. That's 3 inches. Looks like. Yeah. Okay. So that is movement. For psychic. Do I have any fun stratagems that'll turn this around? Most of them are just like, my psychers are better than your psyker stratagems, so
Psychic Blast.
yes. No, it's mostly just psychic hate crimes or stratagems I have. That being said though, I only wrote down the ones that looked cool, like, in a rush, so definitely missed the Caustic Blood stratagem there, that would have been fun.
Yeah, right.
So, in the essence of saving time here, I'll just look them up afterwards and learn from my mistakes. We're going to cast Smite. The only target are these 5 witches here.
Unacceptable.
We're looking for a 5. We Super Smite, an 11. Or 4 Mortal Wounds. Please die.
How many? Oh, you got an 11. Sorry, I was zoned
So I
right
roll 2
out there.
5s, and I get
Yeah, I
+1 to
gotcha.
cast. So, alrighty.
Brutal. Alright, well, let's see how we do. I take 3 of them.
Alrighty. And then we are going to cast Symbio Storm. A 5 won't do it, but I do reroll 1s, thankfully. And a 9 will do it. And that'll give the Exocrine exploding 6s. That's my Psychic phase, so I cannot smite more than once.
Correct. Need to add yourself some psychic powers.
Yes. My next upgrade, I think, are going to be a couple of... not Neurothropes, because I have a Neurothrope. The other ones.
Zone throws?
Yeah, those guys. They seem cool. Alright, so 6 shots. These are... Oh, I do have to spend a stratagem. Start on my shooting phase. Spend a command point, I'm sorry. The Exocrine pretends it didn't move. Get all its buffs.
Scary. Who's he shooting?
He's going to shoot the remaining 2 witches there. Because they need to die for me to score points.
But they don't want to die.
That's, well, tough shit.
It's kind of a mean giant bug.
So 3s, rerolling 1s. With 6s exploding. Turns into 4 hits. And 3 wounds. Unless they're T2, T4.
They're toughness 3.
Toughness 3. So 2s makes it 3 wounds. Or was that 4? That was a 2. Yeah, 4 wounds. Okay.
2 should win. You're strength 7, aren't you?
Yep. I'm babbling. Sorry.
I saved 1, and you said they're 2 damage each?
Yeah, I see it. 6 feel no pains there.
Well, they certainly felt that pain.
Alrighty.
Making it really hard for me to be able to score.
I think I moved myself out of line of sight of that Venom over there.
No, I don't think so. I think, like, if you come back all the way over at the corner of the mat and kind of look in, looks like you can see from his leg there. As strange as that sounds.
You know, that makes sense. Let's just check the other perspective. So we're going tip of your nose here. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. It's very, very slight, like just past the wall.
Yeah. From my model, it's actually really hard to tell, but from the other side, it looks pretty clear to me.
Okay. We'll double shoot everything into there then. Once again, 3s unless you want to lightning fast.
No, I don't have the CP for that.
Okay. Reroll 1s. And exploding 6s turns that into an extra hit. Oh, there's 2 exploding 6s. So they both hit. Nice.
I think it'll be fine.
4 at -3 for 2 damage.
Stop 2, but 2 is enough to kill it. Does it explode? It does not. Oh, it does. Sorry. But it doesn't matter.
Okay. That's it for my shooting, and we learned last time that the Exocrine is okay in combat, but it's going to hang out where it is. So I hold 1 objective, but not more, for 10 points.
All right. Well, let's find out what random drug my succubus gets. 5. +1 to her weapon skill. That goes nicely with the round 3 power from pain bonus of +1 to hit rolls in the fight phase, which is definitely beneficial with her 2-up weapon skill to begin with.
Sweet.
So congratulations to the succubus. It looks like she's going to advance. It's going 14. Whoops. Just gonna readjust that a little bit. God, so much trouble with some of these models.
I have a cool stratagem, and I look forward to using it next turn.
Next turn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear about what it does. Okay. Well, we gotta shoot this Exocrine, so I think everyone can see him. Everyone's in range. So 2 died, so that leaves me with 18. So there's going to be 17 splinter shots and
Okay.
1 blaster or blast pistol. Oh, and phantasm grenade launcher. Why not? Oh no, I can't shoot a pistol and the grenade at the same time, I think. Oh boy. Well, they do get to reroll 1s. Go figure that blaster is a 1. Seems to be how they do. And all right. The blaster is AP 4.
All right. So I have a 5 up on the blaster. Which is D6 damage, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Sorry, I asked because I wanted to consider command point rerolling that one.
I see. Go for it. I'll reroll the damage.
Yeah, all good. I'm just thinking about. I have 12 wounds. It's gonna get blendered by these guys anyways. I think I'd rather just save the CP. And then these guys are all just on. What's the AP on the green ones?
None.
All right. Oof. Well, when I roll like that, it's gonna 3-up save, so he's gonna take 5 plus D6.
Well, the 4 was like if you're not
Okay.
gonna roll the invuln, then we'll just stick
Sure.
with that.
For 9.
All right. Well, that worked. That's way more splinter pistols than I've ever seen actually do damage.
Yeah.
Let me
I
just make
don't-
sure that I'm not. Yeah, they're 12-inch range.
I'm gonna see if I have a feel no pain, because I remember having one last game.
Okay.
Pros.
While you're at it, I will roll my charge.
I wonder if it was the hive card that had it.
Krungar, I think the dice on top was the blaster. Like it was on top of the blaster. I'm not confident that that's true, but right. I should not get so excited about charging. Do you want to do anything?
In the charge base?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So I got a 6 for my charge. We'll just keep it because that's in. I'm having that same problem with the building there. Did you get through any more of Cyberpunk there, Grengar? She's got a good set of story quests. Okay, that's my charge. They're going to pile in. I don't really think I'm going to be able to do too much more than what I've got there. So we have
I count 40.
9 witches, 2 with nets, and 1 with the sword. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, that one's not going to be able to attack. Okay, so 8 witches, 2 nets, and a sword. So 8 times 4, that'll give us 32. The power sword is going to have 4, and the nets are going to have 8. They're hitting on 2s and rerolling 1s. And you're toughness 8 on this thing, aren't you?
Let me double check. Yep.
It's fun. All right. The blue dice are wounding you on 5s. The rest are on 6s.
Still a scary number.
Oh
of dice.
shoot! All the ones stacked on top there are not correct. All right, the blue ones are AP3. These ones are AP1, and the other ones I don't believe they have an AP.
Okay. So the blue are on 5s, green on 4s, red on 3s.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. So that hurts.
Yeah, wow.
These are good, and this hurts, and he's dead. I roll for death throws. We're gonna do a black dice here. Feeling good about it. On a 6. All right. Well, that was fun. Out of action test. Okay, he's good.
Yes. Yeah, I can't remember a bit about the generators. I think that you end up with a lot more interaction there, though. So there might be something that you can do with that. All right. Well, I will consolidate and bring him into combat because reasons.
Yep.
He gets to fight.
Cool. He's got a big ol' attack.
Oh, scary.
I don't think it's 3 hits actually. No, weapon skill 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. What are we on? Turn 4? Okay. All right. It's not over yet. You score 20 points again.
Yep. I mean, amusingly, you're still winning.
Yeah, but I'm really not, am I?
No, not anymore.
Can I cast Psychic Powers in combat?
You can, but not if you fall back.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Which was 100% of the reason to tag you in combat, but...
I wonder... I have a cool thing that says that I can just cast when I want. Oh, nope, I have to be able to cast first before I can do that.
Yeah, the entire, like, personal side story with Pan Am is, like, all sorts of stuff about the tribe. And then there's way more that happens with them through the rest of the game. So.
Alright, well, this looks bad, but it's time for my last trick.
I'm excited.
For 2 CP, I need to find the stratagem again so I can...
Is it you automatically win the game?
No, but it is super fun. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
For 2 CP, I'm going to use Endless Swarm. At the start of my movement phase, end of my movement phase, so hold on. We're going to stay in combat. I select a unit of Termagants, Hormagants, or Gargoyles that has been completely destroyed, and I add an identical unit to my army and set up as reinforcements, only within 6 inches of any board edge, and more than 9 enemy models. Yeah,
really? What is that?
I will. It's from the Tyranids scorebook.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'll post it in the chat here so that everyone
all good.
See how amazing this is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Perfect. Eh.
Are you High Fleet Hydra though?
No. So, how I'm reading this is I choose a unit of Hormagants or any Hydra infantry because they are infantry.
Kill an organism into one. At the end of your movement phase.
Although maybe I am misinterpreting it. I wonder if there's like an FAQ, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. That it's unusual that a faction specific stratagem can affect other things, but no, that reads to me like you can do it.
Sweet.
Awesome. I did not expect that at all.
Although I have to pay reinforcement points. Oh, that's match play though. We're not playing match play. Okay. Cool. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna do that. So we need to make some bubbles. What's the key for bubbles again? So, like,
the bubbles? 4 and 5.
That's 9 inches. Oh, cool. I can do it. Alright. We're gonna come to the rescue of my poor, helpless Neurithrope there.
I keep forgetting that this is also being also streamed to YouTube, so I'm not always paying attention to the chat on there.
Oh, okay.
And every now and then we're getting, somebody commenting. So I apologize if I miss what you're saying.
Alright, this guy needs to back up a little bit on the line there. This is gonna have like no impact, but it's gonna be super cool.
I really do hope you make this charge.
Yeah, the risk is I'm gonna smite and you're just gonna pull like these 3 away, and then it's gonna be real bad.
100% that's what I'm gonna do if you give me the chance to do it.
But you know what?
It was like the turn that I charged you, where I didn't shoot most of my, or a chunk of my stuff because we didn't want to run that risk.
Yes. Maybe I set a guy up over here. Set him to declare both, and if they can't engage or do both, then they can't do it.
That's correct.
Yeah. Alright, so that's fine.
Yeah, I bet there's some really really good combos that you could pull up with that, especially in a more like casual setting. I know that Hydra is not necessarily the most like efficient sub-faction for Tyranids out of what they can do, but
Alright, move to Psychic. We're just gonna smite the shit out of these guys.
oh, you are gonna smite.
Yes.
Brave. See?
I reroll ones. A 6 does it?
Yep.
For 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. Hey,
nice.
Whatever.
All right.
I can't pull guys anyways.
It's fate. Okay. Alright guys, moment of truth. I have no CP, so I don't have a stratagem. I do have a stratagem that lets them add an extra dice, but we're just gonna have to go off of like the heart of the cards here.
Okay. Believe in your dice.
Here it is. We need a big 9.
Come on.
Nope. Alright. Well, good game.
I'm so disappointed for you.
That's me. I'm in combat, so I'm just gonna roll that 1 die there. Although you activate first, so my Neurithrope.
I do activate first.
Yeah. In hindsight, I pick up my Hormigons and I drop them on this objective back here and just score 10 points. But this is more fun.
Yeah, and I mean at this point, like, is scoring your 10 points going to win you the game?
No.
But maybe killing 20 witches or 15 witches could. So, I think it was the appropriate time for a big play. Right, because if you wipe this unit, they're I don't really have anything left to score with.
Yeah, because your character can hold, but they can't cast or can't action.
Yeah. All right, we got Hecatrix didn't make it into combat, and there's only 4 witches and 2 nets. So to try and like have it on a schedule now, I've got, I think, Monday nights set up. Bird can do that, and then Thursday nights seem to generally be pretty good for Crimson here. And then we have kind of another random gaming day for Saturday. So like this week, I think we're gonna try out some Baldur's Gate multiplayer.
I'm super hyped for Baldur's Gate. Been thinking about what character I want to make.
We could always use a 4th person for it, but we have 3 people playing right now. Is the Execrane actually infantry?
I know it's a monster.
Yeah, I wish I could be working. I mean, I don't mind having time off, but
I feel like GW is lying to you. Let me look at the codex.
oh wow, that's a long stretch without time off. It's got to be pretty crazy for you with COVID and everything else, though, hey? What's the toughness on this guy?
Like 4, 3. Hold on. 4. T4, 5 wounds, 3 up, invulnerable save.
Okay, blue dice here are 2 damage.
Okay, all of these are on a 3 up. Oof. Okay, cool. Ow.
Yeah, as I kind of was saying when I shot you that message, there's lots going on. Otherwise, I would try and get even a bit more of this happening. But for now, 3 times a week, I think, is a pretty good pace. Okay, anything else on your turn?
Well, I fight back with the Neurathrope.
Oh, true.
I hit. I don't wound.
Congratulations.
And that's me.
How many CP do I have? I have 2 whole CP again? This is exciting. I really do appreciate the regenerating CP mechanic in this edition.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll for my random combat drug. A 3 gives me +2 move. So, you know, I'm not gonna fail that charge. We're going to forget about the objectives and go for glory. She doesn't get a pistol because of her gore gear loadout, but all of my witches have pistols. So I think there's still 18 of them. 2 aren't allowed to shoot, and 1 has a different pistol, so that'll be the blue one. And that puts us with 15 splinter pistols.
Sweet.
Did I put her within 6 inches? I really didn't even think about that. She is.
You did. You're a little too close to this Hormigaunt, but I don't think it actually affects anything right now.
No, probably not. Let me just make sure the Succubus rerolls hits in all phases, so not just melee. Some of these Drukhari characters I could imagine. Yeah, it's just in the fight phase. That's amusing. Guess we're not Space Marines. Well, that was. Oh, your toughness 4. Okay. All of those are wounds. The blue one is a D6.
This is shooting at the Hormigaunts?
No, the Neurothrope. These are all pistols.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. So these are all on my 3-up. Of course.
No CP?
Nope, fortunately not.
All right. Moment of truth. Is that enough? Do I get him?
I think so, yeah. Does his brain explode? I hope his brain explodes. I don't think his brain explodes.
That would feel really appropriate.
When I kill something, I can heal it. Zoanthrope. Yeah, no. He just sits there and T-Rex arms at you. Goodbye, Neurothrope. Out of action test for Neurothrope. He's good.
All right. Now we have a charge by the Succubus. I think like that's kind of a crazy ability to use on a big unit of like Zoanthropes, something like that. Gargoyles. But like being able to bring back a full unit of Hydra Hiveguard. I don't even know what Hydra's bonus is, but a full unit of Hiveguard seems pretty good. Actually,
Yeah,
I have a question for you about that stratagem. Does it say that it's like a Hydra stratagem on it?
Ooh, that's a good point. I mean, I was super excited, so I tried to read it carefully to make sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Endless Swarm is a Tyranids stratagem.
Oh. That's actually kind of crazy that it's just a Tyranid stratagem, but then has an extra bonus for Hydra.
Yeah. And that is
my
because...
headset's about to die here, so I'm just going to plug it in. Okay. Alright. Well, we can't really fail this charge, but let's see. Well, she really wants to fight them.
So Hydra's like special thing is you can reroll hit rolls in the fight phase for units with this adaptation that target units containing fear models in their own. So the whole idea is to run just max units of like gaunts and stuff and just steamroll over everything. So it makes sense that, paying 2 CP to bring back an eradicated unit of dudes that cost like 4 points a model, 3 points a model, something like that.
No, makes sense. All right. The Succubus is going to have 4 attacks, +1 for charging as Cult of Strife, and +1 from her weapon, so 6 attacks here. 6s to hit are 3 hits instead of 1.
Nice.
And she rerolls wounds. Hits on 2s, rerolls 1s. She does not roll a lot of 6s. Like, this is something that I found in the 3 games that I've played. I think she's gotten like 2 6s in all of her combats. That was also lackluster. Very lackluster. Well, you might get to kill her now. I thought it would be fun, but...
Do these have AP?
They have AP 1.
Okay, that's 3 dead bugs. Squash. Alright, we'll just get in nice and close here. And fight back.
You know what? I think that's exactly the point of all of this. Keep some 40k going so everyone can stay, you know, sort of engaged with it and motivated to do some of that. Slowly been getting back into painting. It's a lot of like video games over the December month that kind of ate up a lot of that time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 21 attacks.
Do you have anything in particular that you are working on or aim to be working on? Oh, gross. Do you reroll ones from what?
The Scything Talents, because they get reroll ones, and if they have an extra pair, it's an extra hit. Or an extra attack.
Cool.
Alright, I think they're just strength user. Yeah, no AP. So 3s, what's the toughness of your character there?
Toughness 3.
Okay. 4s, oh my gosh. I have a stratagem to give them AP, but I don't have any CP.
She doesn't have armor. Look at her. Look at what she's wearing. There's no armor there. She's just really dodgy. So I save 5 of them.
Nice.
Hooray! I won a coin flip.
Woo.
Oh, jeez.
Oof. She
doesn't want to die. She takes
Hecate, how dare you?
Yeah, I went through and did some naming for all of them. Even since I just had to populate the list, the witches don't have names or whatever. But they're like, the way that they're set up is like the circles or whatever, and so eventually they'll all have that in the template.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll name my guys. I think my exocrine is going to be Frank. Yeah, because he points at you and he's just like, "Let me be Frank." All right, that's it. Your turn then. I guess you scored 10 points for holding an objective.
I scored 10 points for holding an objective and holding more, so 20.
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy, so I could tie it by running away, but then I lose.
Could you? Yeah, you can't tie by running away.
If I fall back 8 inches, I can get within 3 of this objective.
And then
hold it to hold. Yeah, so I get 10 points, which would put me at 60 to your 60, and then you just end your turn and you win with at least 70.
Yeah.
So the only way through, I think, is just to kill all these witches, but we know that's impossible. So I could tie it, or I could go down fighting. I think I lose either way. So
I think you go down fighting.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out with my CP. He said she doesn't have a save, eh?
Well, she's got a 4-up invul.
Yeah. Okay.
Because she doesn't have an armor save, right? Like it's 6-up, but the 4-up invul is because she's got an ability called Lightning Dodge, because she's really good at not getting hit.
Makes sense.
And then Power from Pain gives me the 6-up Feel No Pain. I mean, we're certainly not playing with the most competitive armies by any means, but I am astounded at how well the witch cult seems to be doing against what we've been playing.
You know what? I might be able to have my cake and eat it too. Just depends on how this combat goes. Is this 21 dice? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're gonna stay in combat.
No, it really isn't. We've been applying a couple of a couple of modifications to how the rules work as well, and like the abilities aren't picked when you level up. You get to like pick the table, but you roll on the table. Unless you get the benefit from a mission, and then it's your opponent that gets to nominate for MVP.
You got that many wounds there, friend?
Yikes. Hang on a minute. I get to attack you first.
Oh, yeah, you do. Okay.
Hang on a second. Getting a little too excited here. She's gonna roll only sixes this time.
Oh boy.
Only sixes. Let's go. Well.
Oh no.
1 6 is kind of like only sixes. Rerolling to wound. Well, that was better than last time, I guess.
Oh boy. Alright. 2, 3, 4.
Sorry about that. It looked like a pretty good wound roll you had.
Yeah, I was excited. I probably don't kill her, but if I do, I have a cool trick. 6, 9.
See what you can do.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, the other thing we've been doing is kind of just like whenever sort of feel like it, building up new lists and kind of doing that.
Oh no!
Well, that's a really impressive set of ones there.
Oh no!
Do you mean to do that?
Okay. Nope. That's just the game, I guess.
Yeah, there's a Yahtzee for you.
Yeah. Okay, well you've got 1 wound.
All right. She's fine.
Yeah. Oh no. If I had a way to re-roll those, that's like 2 more wounds there.
Two more?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it doesn't even matter.
It's like she's just like, no, you're not gonna hurt me.
Do I have a fallback and charge stratagem?
Do you?
I don't think I do. I don't know if I do. Lictors can do it. Yeah. I'm in the wrong high fleet.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for joining.
But what about
and hey, I mean, let me know if you want to get a game in when you are actually got a day off. Later. Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm just like looking for every reason to feel less bad. So that's the dice sometimes.
No, man. that was pretty bad. That was ugh. I mean, even if I like rolled out the amount that you put on me before, though, I don't even know how many it was, but like, out of 9, it was 2.
It was 8 dice.
She's amazing.
If I was successful in killing her, I could use the stratagem to move instead of consolidating, and just whoops. And
I guess these guys have morale to make. They didn't make morale last turn either.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so you killed 4.
That's fine.
There.
Just do the morale this turn. So you need to roll a 1 for them not to run.
Yeah. Cool.
And then the last 2 have to roll, and on a 2 or 1 or 2 they run away. So 1 more.
Alrighty.
So 1's left. She's gonna make a point of staying in there and killing it this turn. Would you like me to roll that?
Nope, it's dead. Save your time.
That just gives her like kill checkpoint or check mark. Kill the unit.
Yeah, you earned it. It's yours.
All right. Well, that was, this 20 witch blob is gonna be a real problem.
Yeah. My updated 50 power list has a lot more like screening infantry for combat and stuff, which will hopefully
Yeah.
help balance out that witch blob. But it's yeah,
It was half my points in this match, so
yeah, sure
it
was.
definitely was worth it.
Okay,
Just
let's do some tallying up here.
Sure. Well,
So
we've got marked for greatness, which I think probably goes to your Exocrine, mostly just because nothing else really did much.
yeah, there was that like one moment of heroic hope from the Hormagaunts that went sideways real quick.
If they had made that charge, I would say that 100% they get it.
I guess I have a second out of action test for my Hormagaunts since they came back. Hey,
I guess so.
well they're fine, so it's all good. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks for giving Frank his props. You know what? Your witch group dudes can take it there. I'm sure they're at like 50 million experience by now. But
Yeah, they're the one that's got so much experience. This mission is that I get two
Yeah.
units marked for greatness. So
them and Hecate can take it for sure.
okay. Not that she really did much except hide until she could go and clean up a unit.
Yeah, I mean, of the 4 units that you brought, or 5 units, I guess, because you had a unit in the transport, like your raiders were blown off the face of the earth before they had a chance to rev up their engines, and everyone else was a bit late to the party. So those two make the most sense to me.
Yeah, they didn't get any kills. They fought a second battle. Oh, let me see if I can get OBS to cooperate and look at the Excel sheet. So that could be fun.
Yeah, if you want, I can link my Tyranids one if you want to show it to the stream as well.
Yeah. Let me see if I can make it work first, and then we'll do that.
Did you table me last game? I don't remember if you killed the Neurothrope or not.
I don't think that I tabled you last time.
No, like the Exocrine survived for sure. The Neurothrope made like a mighty advance to try to get up the objective to score points, but you denied it because you controlled the objective, but I don't think you killed it. Hard to remember.
I'm fairly certain I didn't kill it. And I've been meaning to actually like go back and check it out anyways, because I don't have my like kill tallies and stuff from the first game in, because I could not remember them.
Makes sense. My Neurothrope levels up thanks to the agenda. The Exocrine. Is it 2 experience or 3 for Mark for Greatness?
3.
3. Okay. And then his kill tally, he killed the Raiders, he killed the transport, and he finished off the witches, if I recall correctly. Or no,
the Exocrine? Yeah, he did the last two wounds to the.
That's right. So that's an extra experience there. Plus 3 is 4. Plus 1 for participating is 5. So he's got 5 experience, or 10 experience now. He's killed 6 units.
Okay. This might work. There we go. Don't know how visible it actually is, but this is the order of battle that we are using. 3 battles and actually survived again. Which is going to give her 6 experience, so she's going to actually level up. Bottom 2. Alright, so they got MVP. They fought in 3 battles. Gained 12 experience from secure the area. Oh, and they get my ambush as well. Did you score your agenda?
Yeah, I don't have to be alive on the battlefield to score it, so considering I
Awesome.
didn't perils at all, we're good.
What did you need to do for that one again? Sorry.
I just have to manifest, deny, or complete a psychic action to get a tally, and then the psyker that has the highest tally scores 2 experience points.
Okay. So that which unit killed your Neurothrope, your Exocrine, and the Warriors, and it killed something when it came out, so it actually got 4 marks on its tally. Oh, okay. Well, it just gains 2 experience for that.
Yeah, it's like 1 experience for every 3 kills or something like that.
Yeah. It actually doesn't go up. It's a 1 or 2 experience, and if a unit but multiple units can score it. All right, so that's 14, 17, 20 experience on that squad of witches.
Oh my god.
That's fun. These ones, they killed your Gaunts. They did not survive this battle. The Reavers did absolutely nothing. And the Venom has played in every game and died in every game. So for the small witch unit, they do not get a scar. For the Venom, whoops, does not get a scar. And the Reavers do not get a scar.
Wonderful.
So they're pretty lucky there. All right. Let's find out what Heki gets for... So far, the witch cult is 100% undefeated. Which is really surprising to me.
Alright, I think Frank's gonna take a weapon enhancement for his battle honor. Because he is a monster that is not Titanic, I roll a d6. I got a 4. So he gets improved sights when resolving an attack with this weapon. Add 1 to the hit roll. That's pretty sweet.
Yep. That I really don't like that.
All right. Good job, Frank.
Just trying to figure out where those things are in the book.
Page 320 is the weapon enhancements. Battle owners themselves is 318.
Thanks. Alright, melee weapon.
And then the Nearathrope. Ooh. I really want to take a Psychic Fortitude on the 1/3 chance that I get to learn a new Psychic power.
You just gotta take all 3.
Yeah, the downside though is if I get Psychic Might, which is to add 1 to the number of powers I can attempt to manifest, I only know 2 powers and I can't smite more than once, so that'd be a bit of a waste with the relic. But if I learn a new power, it'll synergize well with his relic. And if I add 1 to the number of denies, like, it's not going to be super useful against you, but there are other armies with thinkers.
Yep. Could be pretty neat.
So I mean, but like 66% chance I get something I can use, and 33% chance it's something great. Let's do it. Like, what's the alternative for a character? Make him move faster, bump up his wounds.
I'm not especially impressed with a lot of the character benefits.
I mean, for smaller games, like 6-up refund for CP is cool.
Yeah.
Or a feel no pain on a unit that doesn't actually have one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Psychic Fortitude though. So let's hope for a 5 or 6.
Realized my Reavers leveled up last game and did not enhance them.
Nice. Well, I got a 4. We were close.
Okay. So Reavers are going to take just a regular battle honor. It's a 5, cool-headed, reroll failed morale tests. Cool. They get to Overwatch for free and get on a 5-up when they do that.
That's cool.
The big witch unit. I should probably declare what they're gonna do. Well, I mean, we'll just take the first one then, and they get Fleet of Foot, so they get +1 to movement and +1 to advance and charge.
Nice.
Which is really good for them. Don't really take a weapon enhancement on a unit of 20.
No, because
I guess maybe I could. Yeah, I could maybe upgrade the blast pistol or one of the nets or something like that. But and then the succubus Hecate is gonna try and take a weapon upgrade. AP is improved by 1.
Well, my Neurothrope, thanks to his relic and upgrade, has an 18-inch aura of -1 to cast for enemy psychers, and can deny 3 psychic powers.
I
So
mean,
that's
that's
cool.
really cool. Maybe I'll try and find a way to bring some psychers so you could try and do something about it. Or do something with that.
We'll see if I end up getting a game against Bird at some point. Maybe the Orc Psychers can engage in
You'll
the battle.
actually be able to shut down that crazy weird boy.
Yeah. It is the only hope. That's all this is. I'm just prepping for that.
Yeah. The White Scars were embarrassed by him. Alright. I'm kind of excited to see that, but so far the Neurothrope has been much more of a legend. Well, that was interesting. Any thoughts of what you could have done differently there for you?
I feel like I got a little zealous with grabbing the objectives early on. If I had, like, I didn't want to, I guess, be super cagey, but instead of spreading out into 2 different corners, I could have just kept all my guys into one side to limit the number of charges you could have made there.
Mm-hmm.
Or move everything, like, ruler, move everything this way, maybe, and, like, yeah, your witches can come out of the transport here, but just gonna long ball the charge a bit from guys coming in. They'd be coming in over here, at least, but I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Krangar, I don't think it can. Yeah, I think this was a hard one because with the 20 witches coming out of Deep Strike, if you didn't blast me off the table in the first couple of turns, it's just gonna hurt a lot. Because the Exocrine, if it got to shoot them for a turn, I would have been in pretty big trouble. Because they only have the 6-up invuln against that, but...
Yeah, like, I had half a mind to set him up, like, just plant him in this corner here. But the issue with that is with all this line of sight blocking terrain, he can't actually fit here. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess we could have talked about that, right? Like, I would say the little ridges there you could climb over. That wouldn't be something that would be too crazy.
Okay. And that's
right?
fair. Like, we did end up talking about that, but it was after deployment, in which case I had already considered that and was like, yep, he can slide through here, so that's where he's going to go.
Yep, makes sense.
If he was here, then what I could have done was, like, park him on this objective and just have my dudes surrounding him with the Neurothrope, like, in the corner here, probably.
Yeah. I think just being in a situation where I could tag him made things really difficult, because you really needed his shooting or to get the charge on me.
Yeah, like, he's not as hindered as the Hive Guard were. Like, I can still shoot into combat at -1, and, I mean, with his upgrade, even, like, shooting into combat's not even a penalty anymore.
That's true.
So, yeah, parking him here, or even, like, at least 3 inches away, and just creating, like, a barrier with the terrain or something. My Gaunts and warriors can just hang out and screen, and I just, take out as much as I can while your witches inevitably march towards me. I could play the hide in the corner game and try to shoot you off the board, but there's no guarantee I can do that and score enough points. But, like, all in all, it was a really good game.
It was pretty interesting to kind of see what happened. I was really scared in that first turn when you killed that unit of Reapers like nothing. I really thought I was going to have some troubles.
Yeah.
And then it was scary as you continued to blast my stuff, but once that unit of witches got in there, it was pretty confident where that was gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I
I'm
really
not
need
too
to pay.
Sorry, I'm not usually too worried about my warriors dying in combat, but when you've got like 60 plus attacks coming at you, like nothing's really surviving that.
Well, and that's part of the reason I gave them the extra strength, because like otherwise I could give them +1 attacks or something like that, but then they're rolling in at strength 3, which is just not enough.
Yeah.
If it was a bigger game, they probably wait till turn 3 to come in though, because then they get an extra weapon skill just straight up from Power from Pain.
For sure.
So that would have been really helpful. Well, I think that about does it, but Krangar's wondering if Tyranids have a shoot from Deep Strike, or shoot at things in Deep Strike.
Yeah, like an Auspex clone. I haven't
like
seen
Auspex.
one. They have a lot of like they have a shoot twice and they have a fight twice stratagem. I don't see anything for Auspex. A surprising number of stratagems to like buff specific units. Like, I have a stratagem that if I'm charging or you're shooting at my Tyranid warriors, then I can reduce the damage that they take by 1.
Right.
Which is cool. And then just like a lot of movement and charging stratagems. This is like a super mobile army from what I'm seeing, which is where like when I was learning how to build this army and like kind of what to expect model-wise, initially I was falling into the trap of I just want to run a million Hormigons and see what happens. But from the research that I've done, like 9th edition, pre-Codex, Tyranids is really a gunline army, and all of the charging and movement tricks kind of what make its learning curve super high.
I wonder though if you're running into a little bit of a challenge with that, because we're not on a competitive kind of playing field here. We've got Crusade rules and missions, and the competitive logic doesn't necessarily apply, because certainly a witch cult army would not be a strong competitive contender.
Yeah,
In
I
fact,
feel that
it
for
would
sure.
die to a stiff breeze, and there's no chance that it would be like actually pulling regular wins, I think.
Certainly. So in our first game there, I kind of leaned into the, well, let's just go with what's good and learn the army without getting frustrated by my things falling apart. And so we had like the 6 Hive Guard and the unit of warriors and the Gaunts, the Exocrine and all that, which was like super heavy leaning into the shooting aspect there. With the requisition points that I had earned from last game, I paid for a couple supply limit increases and added another unit of warriors, another unit of Gaunts to just have more board presence. And I want to try more of the traditional horde Tyranids with shooting support as opposed to focusing on shooting and screening. And it makes sense narratively too, because the horde is increasing.
Yeah. And I really like that about the Crusade stuff. I'm going to try and set myself up some tokens so that they're ready to go next time. Oh, weapon skill is the one that I don't have. Which one? That one has a Tau picture on it. Cool. Well, I think that about wraps it up for us tonight. Nice timing there, Bird. I appreciate you coming back on. I think that we are just about to call it, but I think you're back with us on Saturday for some Baldur's Gate 3, and maybe we'll find a way to squeeze in another TTS game over the weekend or something like that. I took a win in this one, so the witches are remaining undefeated for their third game.
I'll tell you though,
Eventually,
my Neurothrope is coming for your weird boy, bud.
Yeah, and then one of these times we might have to get in like 3-person game or something like that, or maybe the Orcs and Tyranids have to gang up and beat the Drukhari.
Ha.
Can do some fun stuff like that. Yep. Well, we'll have to figure out when we can fit that one in. Figure out a day that works with your guys' schedules. All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Bye.